Alrighty, good morning everybody. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Hello? Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How you doing? Sorry for the slightly late start, although it doesn't really affect the stream at all. As you can see, we're pretty much starting at the regular time. Had something to take care of this morning, took care of it, and now I am here and I am ready for some fun today. I hope you guys are ready as well for a good variety day of streaming. Okay? So today is Thursday, the 21st of January, 2021. And I welcome you all to my first of two gameplay streams of the day. What's going on today? What's on the agenda? Well, today, we're playing Yakuza 7. Again. That's right. It still continues. The game that has been, ongoing, this epic, RPG epic, since early November, is still continuing on. And the good news is, we are nearing the end. I know many people are dying to see the end of this storyline after playing this game for so long, but there's still some odds and ends left. There's still some things left to do to prepare for that conclusion coming up. And so, I have been doing as much in-game as I can to prepare for that. If you guys are, or have been checking this out, you'll see that I've been going through the optional dungeon that unlocked. I have been changing around the classes of my characters, the jobs of my characters, they call them jobs in this game, in order to unlock combat abilities and the like. Okay, I've been doing a lot to prepare for the inevitable conclusion of the game. I want to be sure that I'm well equipped. So, there is a little bit left in regards to that. And I am going to be doing that today. Like, the focus of today is going to be primarily wrapping up side content. Alright, so what does that mean? It means that today, we are going to be doing the Ichiban Holdings business minigame. For some, you'll be like, wow, well, Phil's been doing this for a long time, that's cool, let's see it end, and for others, you'll be like, well, this is boring. And I hear you, because it's cool that they add in all these different side content minigames to the game. I mean, I just finished the dragon karting one last stream, which was really cool, but at the same time, I admit to you that it's not exactly the most riveting thing for the viewing audience, which is why I'm an interactive streamer. It's not just about me playing the game, it's about us chilling, having a good time, having fun conversation. And today I feel that's going to be a major focus while I'm doing the Ichiban Holdings stuff. If you guys want to have conversations about whatever the hell you want, right? Today would be a good day to do that, because I need to do this. Why? First of all, I've invested a lot of time in it. The Ichiban Holdings stuff, I've already beaten 3 out of the 5 stages of it, and roughly each stage has taken me about an hour to an hour and a half. So with 3 to 5 hours already invested in it, I obviously want to see the culmination and ending of it. Also, when you complete the Ichiban Holdings minigame, you get 2 big benefits. Number 1, your character, Eri, gets all of her abilities unlocked. She can be every class. She gets extra experience when she's not in the party. So it's a good way. Oh, also, I believe she gives you the double team attack, too, once that happens. So it's like unlocking the final things for my party. But in addition to that, you'll make a ton of money. From what I'm going to understand, by the end here, every board meeting that you're having, you make about 1,000,000 yen each. And that's going to be very important to me, because I need to raise money to upgrade the blacksmith in the game to the final level. And by doing that, I'll get the best weapons, best armor in the game, but you need to raise money to do it. And there's really only 2 significant ways you can raise money for doing this. Number 1, the Ichiban Holdings minigame, and number 2, by grinding in that challenge tower that we've already completed, because the final stages of that challenge tower give you, I want to say, like 500,000 to 1,000,000 yen each, and so grinding through that for like an hour, you probably end up getting, tons of yen, but we've already beaten that, so I'd rather do something original that we haven't done yet, versus something we've already done. If after we finish the Ichiban Holdings minigame, if we don't have the 20,000,000 yen that we need to upgrade the blacksmith, then maybe we'll go back to the challenge tower and grind through that a little bit, okay? So, that's going to be the focus for today. Now, I'm telling you guys this up front on purpose. I know some people are going to be coming to the stream and being like, oh, there's no story advancement. What is this? Why is Phil doing the minigame and all that? I'm telling you guys up front that's what this is, all right? Like, that's what you need to expect. That's what it's going to be. Basically, trying to finish up all of the prominent side content of the game before the story finale of the game. From what I'm to understand, the story finale is between 2 to 3 hours long. As long as you don't have any problems with any of it, progressing through it. There's quite a lot of cutscenes. to see the end of the game, which is not shocking. With Yakuza, there's always a ton of cutscenes, okay? So that being said, today's focus is finishing up the side content and maybe by the end of this stream, upgrading the blacksmith and getting some of the best weapons and armor in the game. If it happens, I hope we can finish everything up and we can get to that point, all right? But please, I understand it. Okay, that's not exciting to me. Fair enough. If you're willing to sit around and hang out with me and have some fun discussions, interaction with the other stream chatters and myself, if that's what you're looking for and you don't mind that we're going to be doing side content today, fine, stick around. But I don't want people kind of sitting here and just crapping on the game. This game is robust, it's fun, it's got a variety of content. It just so happens we're at the end of the game. I've done almost all of it. I'm trying to finish up the final things in the game. Please understand that, all right? Please don't sit here and just complain, all right? I'm forewarning you of what to expect. It might not be everyone's cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea today, all right, then please don't stick around, all right? Fair enough. I'm not, this is a game that I've enjoyed so much. Absolutely one of my favorite games of 2020. I want to do all the meaningful stuff in it. I don't want to say, well, people just want me to get to another game, so let me just blow through and skip all the stuff that I've been working hours and hours on and just finish the game. No, I don't want to do that, okay? By the way, apparently, there's going to be a post-game dungeon that will open up after you beat the story of the game. That's completely optional, obviously, because you already beaten the story, but it's supposed to be an endgame ultimate challenge. So I may do that. I may actually do that after as like chill streams and stuff. Maybe we'll do once a week Yakuza late night chill stream, grinding through this final endgame dungeon to see if I can maybe unlock that and get maybe get some extra trophies or whatever it may be. Okay, we'll see. But today's focus, finishing up the side content of Yakuza 7. I hope you guys understand that. I'm trying to make it as clear as humanly possible that this is what the stream will be today, so there's no misconceptions and no one's upset about it. Fair enough? Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to open my shades, my blinds. It's actually a little stuffy in the office today, and I want to get some fresh air, and it's cloudy outside, which means the sun will not make it, uncomfortably bright in here. So let me go ahead and do that. Hold on. Rock. That's nice. Immediately cool air blew in the window. I was like, that's refreshing. Instead of feeling all stuffy. Okay. All right, guys. Later tonight, my late night stream will be Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, which should be pretty fun. Hopefully you guys will join me for that later tonight. At least 2 hours, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We'll see. But, I say at least 2 hours, not a little less. It's going to definitely be at least 2 hours. That should be a good time. That's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Friday, tomorrow, the continuation of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We are in, I believe, the third to last story-based region of the game. I think there's this region I just joined, and then there's 2 more, and then it's basically the end of the game. So we're getting there, finally, after quite a long time of focusing on this game now the past couple of weeks. We're getting closer to the end of the game. So that's tomorrow's main stream, and then Friday night, my weekly throwback Street Fighter session, which is always super fun. So I hope you guys will join me for that as well on Friday night. And then on Saturday, it's going to be more Hitman 3, which I played yesterday, the new release of the week. Now, Hitman 3, I like it a lot. I played it yesterday as my main stream, and at the first stage was really interesting. Even though it wasn't really difficult, quite frankly, the complexity of the amount of ways that you could assassinate those targets was really sweet. The game itself presented me with like 3 different ways to just do it based on its guidance. But I said, you know what? Rather than do those easy mode ways, what I like to do is try to figure out things for myself. So I did. And figuring out things for myself, I was able to find out 2 more creative ways to assassinate those targets rather than the ways that the game was kind of leading me towards, okay? So, pretty good, all right? And I'm excited for more of that. And by the way, apparently now the servers work. Yesterday during launch day, My God, the servers were having so many problems. It was super duper frustrating. Apparently now the servers have been fixed. So now when you play, you can actually unlock challenges, you can unlock rewards, you can get ranked for your performance, you can get new outfits, new weapons, and new loadouts for future playthroughs. That's good. I was very, very upset yesterday, quite frankly, that the servers were down so much and I couldn't do that, and I had to play offline. So Saturday when we play again, hopefully everything will be working again. All right. Saturday night will be a stream of Immortals Phoenix Rising. Played this last night and actually made significant story progress through the first quest line of the game. Actually did the first major dungeon right there at the end of the stream. Ended up having to go a little bit late to finish it up, and it was good. It was fun. So I'm looking forward to more of that on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, it is the probable conclusion of Yakuza 7. It dependent on how long we get into the side content today, how far we get, and if we wrap it all up, then it's looking like the next stream will likely just be a pure story-based focus, and we're going to probably finish the game up during that stream. We'll see. Okay? It really depends, but I'm figuring likely we're probably going to be finishing up the game on Sunday. All right? So that's kind of the streaming week, FYI. Of course, you still got Sunday night, Monday, and everything, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for. All right? Now, a few things. Once Yakuza 7 is completed, my next major priority will be the year-end series. All right? Basically, the best games of 2020 and the most disappointing games of 2020 countdowns. Sorry they took so long, but yeah, I had to finish up the best and worst games of the year before I could actually do the countdown. All right? So that's going to happen. It's going to end up being a late-night stream. If not 2 streams, we have to see, how much goes into each one, how time-consuming each one will be. And that'll be coming up that week after. All right? So the week after Yakuza 7 concludes is when we're going to have my countdowns on stream. All right? In addition to that, an upcoming retrospective marathon event is coming. It's either going to be the very end of January or it's going to be very early February. I'm not sure yet. We have to look timing-wise how things go with everything. All right? Please continue to nominate your favorite moments for my 12-plus years as a content creator by typing !retrospective into the stream chat, or every 20 minutes or so a link will just pop up and you can nominate it via that way. All right? The more nominations I get, the better that event will be. I love doing the retrospective event because it's an opportunity for us to just chill and relax and reminisce on the past. 12 years that I've put out content for you guys. There's a lot of ground to cover there, and a lot of the times it's the very first time I'm looking at any of that outside of the first time I made it, because I'm such a prolific content creator. Every day I'm here, between 5 to 6, 7 hours of gameplay plus pre-stream and everything. I'm so busy, I never go back and watch my own stuff. Like, literally never. So, I certainly hope that you guys will keep nominating your favorite moments. And the more nominations make this a better event. Also, I'm looking for recommendations for DSP Tries It. This is the series where I try out a product during a live stream. That's going to happen during the retrospective event. So far, some of the suggestions I've gotten. Number 1, there's a new chicken sandwich at Jack in the Box. I believe it's called the Clucking Chicken Sandwich, which is funny. It reminds me of Cluckin' Bell from GTA. That's one possibility. Also, I've got a recommendation of trying to eat a meat pizza by dipping it in ranch sauce. That sounds absolutely disgusting to me, but some people are swearing by that it's good. I've never tried that combination before. Another suggestion would be to go to World Market, which is a store here that's near me that has products from all over the world. One of the things I just tried recently during the Christmas marathon was a mince pie. It's the first time I ever had one, and it was absolutely delicious. It shocked me how good it was. So people are like, try something else that's a different kind of a regional thing you've never tried from another country. All right? Those are just suggestions, but I'm looking for more suggestions from you guys. The more suggestions I get, the better as well. So please keep suggesting things for DSP Tries It, especially if, you get better ideas between now and the time when I do that retrospective. All right? Okay. Now, the only other things coming up, number 1, the Divinity Original Sin 2 playthrough. Yes, it's happening. Once I finish Yakuza 7, what I'm going to do is start to schedule this game in. All right? I don't really know, what kind of an RPG. I know it's an RPG, but I don't know what kind of an RPG it is. I don't know how well it's going to go. I hope it goes well. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope it's got a good plot line. I hope it's riveting and engaging. I've heard the game's insanely long, just like Fire Emblem Three Houses was. And yes, it is starting up. Absolutely, it's starting up. All right? The good news here is Hitman 3 is not a long game. All right? And we're nearing the end of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that means within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll probably be wrapping up both games. And then in February, there's actually a lot of new games supposedly coming out. Maybe 2, 3 big ones. I know Mario is one of them, among other things. So even though Divinity is going to be a super lengthy game that's going to take a long time to play, I'm going to have open spots in my schedule to play the new releases coming out too. It's not like, oh God, this is going to, be something that's going to dominate your time and now you're not going to have time to play anything else. No, I'm going to be wrapping up all the other playthroughs to be able to move on to the new releases. All right. By the way, what other games are coming out in February? I know for a fact it's Mario. And I know there's at least like 1 to 2 other major games, but I have not had any opportunity to sit down and look at the schedule. Likely I'm not going to have time this week either. This week is, we're heading into the final week of January, and that means I have to sit down and do things like my tax bills and shit, and it's just a pain in the ass because I got to put together all these numbers to do it, and I'm going to be spending all my time behind the scenes doing that. As much as I'd like to sit down and look at game releases, I don't even know if I'm going to have a chance. No, not the Medium. The Medium is a Xbox Series X exclusive game, meaning it's likely going to have record low sales because no one can get an Xbox Series X. The scalpers have them all. It's a pretty bad situation where no one can get their hands on the console, and it's the first major exclusive console game, and no one can buy them because no one's going to spend $1,000 for an Xbox Series X. So I can't imagine what's going to happen with that. I guess we're going to have to see. But anyway, that's the Medium, and that's, coming out this week. But I'm not playing it. I don't have the console. So I can't play it. Okay? I'm trying to think what else. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look, again, I'm going to have to look it up. I have not had any time at all to look at game release schedules at all. I'm too busy. So, no, Persona 5 Strikers is out. I'm definitely not playing that. Because of Atlas. Quite frankly, being a terrible fucking publisher. They're shit. They just really are. They're shit. And they strike you, even if you're not doing anything wrong. They strike you with copyright strikes and shit. And I'm just not going to play that game. I'm not going to get fucked over by a company that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing and just strikes you even when you're not violating their copyright streaming guidelines. They really screwed me over years ago. I'm not playing that game again. They can go fuck themselves. I'm just not bothering with it. So, okay, right now I'm looking at a games release list for February. Werewolf the Apocalypse? What the fuck is that? Werewolf the Apocalypse. Monkey Barrels. What the fuck? I mean, there's Little Nightmares 2, but I hate to say it, Little Nightmares 1 was just okay. It wasn't like an amazing game to me. My viewing audience didn't really like it when I played it years ago. So Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury comes out February 12th. I'm definitely playing that. 100% yes to that. Maybe there's not that much. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. When did they announce that they were making a new Ghosts and Goblins game? What the heck? There's really nothing. What the hell is this? This is like the dead-ass month, man. It really is. Capcom Arcade Stadium is supposed to come out, but there's no release date for it. Wow. February is pretty fucking dead. Holy shit. February really is dead. That's bad. Alright, so here's the deal. One of the things I also haven't mentioned is the upcoming Viewer's Choice event outside of Divinity Original Sin 2. There's another one coming up. Once we do the retrospective event, you guys are going to be able to nominate and vote on a game for me to do a playthrough of. So likely what I'll do is once the retrospective event is set in stone of when it's going to be, I will then allow you guys to start nominating games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice event. And hopefully we can get a game picked out by, say, the second week of February. And maybe we can start playing that too. So we'll have a balance between Divinity Original Sin, the new Mario Brothers game, and another Viewer's Choice game. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Anyway, there you go. I don't want to dwell too long on this. I already have. It's already like 20 minutes. I'm like, Jesus, I haven't even gotten past the fucking schedule segment yet. What's wrong with me? Okay, let's continue on. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting me every day on stream, because as you know, I am an independent content creator. I am not someone who is contracted exclusively to stream anywhere, and I don't get paid every time I turn on a stream just for streaming on a certain service, like a lot of other top streamers do, who may do this for a living. I also don't have any sponsorships. I don't have any kind of professional partnerships at all like that. I'm an independent. I don't shill a product. I don't pull punches. You don't have to worry about me, I have to watch what I say and do because I might offend a sponsor and get dropped today. No, that's not who I am. That's not who I ever will be. And I'm happy about that. Over the years, I didn't turn into that, my stream is a paid advertisement kind of a deal. And people stick with me because of that. I've been told many times over the years by my viewers, the reason why they stuck with me for 12 years, why I still have longevity in 2021, despite the fact that I started in 2008, is because I'm truly an independent who does things differently than a lot of other people. All right? So I appreciate the fact that you guys like that, and you guys come to my streams every day, and you support me. I really do. It's amazing. It's very positive. I'm super excited every day to come to stream because it's a fun, interactive, organic experience. We have a fun time together. This is why when you guys contribute to my streams, I go out of the way to try to give a shout out to every single contribution. Okay? I definitely want to give credit to those who consider themselves supporters of my content. I want you to feel like you're a part of it, because you are. It's really, you're the reason why I'm still here and I'm able to do what I love for a living. I want you to know how much I really appreciate that. Okay? So that being said, there are many ways that you can contribute to my streams. You can cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, you can gift a subscription to someone else who's watching, or you can tip me. Any of those methods are great. They all help the channel out a lot. But please understand something up front. Contributions are not mandatory, nor are they expected on my streams. My streams are free here on twitch.tv and always will be. That's the point. You hang out with me, we have a good time with games. If you're having a good time, you want that time to continue, and you want to go above and beyond, then by all means, please contribute to keep this going. All right? Now, the preferred method of contribution that I have is tipping. Reason being, when you tip me, those are funds that I can put towards important things right away, whether it's paying a tax bill behind the scenes, paying a utility bill, all that kind of stuff. Or whether it's buying a new game, paying for the internet, business-related stuff. Or, quite frankly, once a week, going grocery shopping, the one day a week I get to actually order out food to eat with my family rather than having to cook here. That's the deal. All right? So, thank you to those who contribute in any way, shape, or form. I really appreciate it, but tips are particularly preferred because they do help me a little bit more in the short term. All right? Now, a couple of things for those who are considering contributing, or if you're just a stream regular. All right? First of all, I'm looking out for you guys. I want you guys to be protected from online malicious activities. So, number one, if you're just going to be a frequenter here of my streams, I strongly recommend you do not use a name on Twitch that is similar to your real life name, nor a name that's associated with any of your social media accounts or anything like that. Coming on here with a name that's the same as your Twitter or your Facebook, bad idea. Sadly, there's people out there, they will harass you simply for coming to a stream. Just because they can get away with it anonymously on the internet, they will do these malicious things to you. All right? I don't want that happening. So do yourself a favor, disassociate your Twitch persona from everything else, and that way people can't put two to two together and they can't harass you on other accounts. In addition, I strongly recommend turning off open direct messages on Twitch. Sadly, direct messages on Twitch are very, very frequently used for online malicious purposes. People just harassing you, sending things, nasty things about me, nasty things about you, making you try to click on links so they can get your information and shit. You don't want to deal with that crap. I have my DMs set up so that only people on my friends list can actually message me. It helps tremendously, okay? Now, if you are considering contributing today, all right, and you're going to tip me, I want to tip Phil. It says he's the best way to contribute. I want to help him out, right? I have to ask that you please take a few extra minutes to set up something that will protect both you and me. I would ask that you please set up a verified PayPal account. What that means is that when you're going to tip me, you're using an account on PayPal that actually has your real life information tied to it. Your name, your address, in some cases a bank account, in other cases maybe your personal identification and stuff like that. Why? Because that means you're a real person. And that means that you will get added protections, and so will I if we have any kind of a transaction over PayPal. You get what's called buyer and or seller protection. So if anyone tries to commit fraud, you're protected from it, okay? For someone who tries to lie, I didn't mean to send that, gets held personally responsible for it, okay? Without that, there's literally no protections on PayPal. And over the past 4 months, I have had a tremendous amount of fraud that's been done against me by someone who's been doing hundreds of fake credit card transactions. Basically, they're buying stolen credit card numbers off the internet and then using this to fake tip me. Then next thing you know, a few weeks later, all those funds get taken away from me. Plus, there's fees involved. Plus, there's all kinds of negative things that can happen against your PayPal account when you have these chargebacks happening. And it's been a nightmare. I mean, just to give you some perspective, there have actually been days here on stream over the fall, the busy gaming season of the year, and it looks like I'm making a lot of money. It looks like I'm actually earning a lot on a day, and I actually lost money that day overall because of all the stuff going on behind the scenes with this fraud on PayPal, all right? So, for the month of January, I instituted new changes. The good news is the changes have worked a lot. It's not completely, weeding out all fraud. There's still people here who are trying to impersonate others and are trying to get away with some stuff, all right? But the good news is the changes I've instituted have worked significantly. The chargebacks are dramatically reduced. And for those of you who created verified PayPal accounts, it's making my streams go more smoothly. Instead of saying, I got a tip, I have to go to PayPal now and verify it. Joe, are you in the chat? Joe, did you tip me and this and that? Instead of having to do that all the time, when you have a verified PayPal account, it's like I can check it, it's like verified, done, and we can move on smoothly. All right? Some people I can now trust their tips right away rather than having to worry about, this is an imposter tip or this is an unverified tip and stuff like that. Okay? And I'm very happy with that. I'm thinking over the next couple of months, this is going to become a very streamlined process to the point where we won't really have to worry about it anymore. All right? But for now, again, running through changes and things and trying to get used to them. Definitely what we're doing now is better than what was happening in, say, November, December, where it was pretty much a freaking nightmare to try to do anything. All right? So that being said, thank you guys for being patient with it. And if you would go the extra mile to create a verified PayPal account, it would help you and help me. All right? So please do if you can. And I want to say special thanks to those for over the past 2+ weeks have actually gone the extra mile to verify their PayPal accounts. There's a significant amount of people who've done that, and I really appreciate that because that helps out. All right? Thank you for that. You guys are awesome. All right. So there you go. Thank you guys. That's really all I have to say about that plug segment. Thanks in advance for any contributions today. In regards to gaming news, once again, I hate to say it, again, there's really not much going on. Most of the news that's going on out there is mostly now about politics. Okay? And I don't want to sit here and talk about politics. There's really 2 news stories today. Not that there's much to really talk about them. All right? Let's talk about this. First of all, Resident Evil 8. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Resident Evil 8 is going to have an incredible amount of information released today, supposedly. They're supposed to finally do their big reveal later today, showing off gameplay, showing off story elements, and apparently what we're all hoping for and what's rumored, actual release date information. That would be exceptional. And if it's coming out this year, that would also be exceptional. You want to know why? We haven't had a horror game in a long fucking time, right? There just hasn't been a horror game in a long time. And especially, the ones that have come out have been more indie titles, and they're not great. I'm really looking forward to a horror title. Resident Evil 7 was shockingly good. Shockingly good. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. It ended up being really good. It actually, it kind of over-delivered on what I expected. So, that was a long time ago, though. That was early 2017. We're talking 4 years ago, guys. So, it's about time for another horror game. All right? So, let's hope that this will be a solid release. All right? I hope there's going to be good information later today on this. All right? So, obviously, once the information's out and I, read up, watched up on it, I will let you know my thoughts, but can't do that until the information actually comes out. The only other thing is today, apparently, there was another big drop of PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's. Not shockingly, within a half an hour, the PlayStation 5 had completely sold out. The Xbox Series X's apparently were available for a while. I think now they are sold out. From what I'm seeing on social media, they're sold out again. But here's the thing. All right? I absolutely want to get an Xbox Series X. It's a priority for me this year to get one, especially by the time that exclusive games start coming out for it. As of right now, there will be one exclusive game out for it, the Medium. Outside of that, there's literally not a single game to play on the console. Okay? So, the fact that this month is a super heavy financial month for me, I have to pay quarterly taxes for both the state and federal governments. I have other things that are coming due that I have to pay. For example, I owe my tax attorney money. I have to pay him so that he'll actually do my taxes this year. So there's all this stuff coming up. And I have to do all that before I can consider dropping money as any kind of an investment into the business. So this month, it's out. I wouldn't even if I wanted to get Xbox Series X, I wouldn't even be able to afford it now anyway. Okay? But what I'm hoping is next month might be a little better. However, the problem is what happens is that ad revenue on YouTube absolutely plummets this time of year. So we're talking ad revenue that was really good over the last 3 to 4 months is now going to be next to nothing next month. So that would have probably been the income I could have used. So I don't know what's going to happen. The other thing is, as I've told you guys, I'm trying to balance what I get. And this year, I told you guys my major priority right now is a new laptop and a new chair. Because the laptop barely works. You've seen some days here, I've sat here for half an hour trying to get the thing to reboot and work properly. It's that bad. It's that old and worn out. All right? And this chair is absolutely shot. This chair was not meant to be sat in like I do every day, all day. This chair was meant to be an El Cheapo chair, and I didn't use it for a long time. I started using it in September, and now using it for 4 or 5 months. This chair's creaking constantly, and it's a piece of crap. So I feel like my priority should really be those two things first. And once those are upgraded, then look at the things that are a lot more optional, right? Like right now, honestly, if I bought Xbox Series X, I would play the Medium on it. And that's it. So why drop $500 on something I'm going to use literally for one playthrough, and then it's going to collect dust? Maybe when we start getting more information on, oh, here's a bunch of other exclusive games that are coming out for it later this year, and then I can work on getting it. But I don't see the reason to drop the money on it right now at all. All right? I just don't think it's going to make any sense. So what I'm thinking is as soon as I can afford it, which may be, the next couple of months, we'll see. New laptop, new chair. And then after that stuff, moving on to other bigger things. As I told you guys this year, one thing I would definitely like to do is do some major upgrades, whether that's a new gaming PC / capture, streaming PC that has better capturing capabilities, whether that's upgrading my capture device, because right now my capture device is incredibly limited with what it can do, and I've been using it nonstop for 6+ years. Maybe a new webcam, because you guys always complain the quality of the webcam is shit. It's an old webcam. I've been using that for 7-8 years, right? And then once certain things are upgraded, then I can look to maybe upgrading my setup. Could I do a green screen setup behind me, right? These are all things that I would definitely like to consider doing this year, but it all depends on how stuff goes. How stuff goes with the streams, how much I'm making on the streams, etc. And of course, financials behind the scenes, which who knows what's going to happen with all that, right? So we'll see. This year is basically the first year that I have potential to do a lot of improvements, and I'm excited for that. I really am excited for that, okay? But right now, new PS5s are dropping, new Xbox Series X's are dropping. It's really not a concern for me. For you guys, that's cool. Maybe you've been waiting for months and months to try to get the Xbox or the PS5 here. Maybe you've been waiting ever since launch day and you haven't been able to get one. It's good that there's more stock showing up. I wish that there would actually be enough stock that everyone could just get one. But it just still hasn't happened, You still have to be flying the fuck up online, clicking like a madman to trying to get one. And it's pretty frustrating. For people who want to get it and can't get it, it's pretty fucked up. Honestly, that the stock is still so depleted that there's no way that everyone who wants one can get one, and that the scalpers are buying so many of them. It's absolutely ridiculous. We'll see, okay? But no, Xbox Series X is basically not on my radar right now. I have other more important things to do. Daily equipment. This chair, a laptop, way more important to my streams than an Xbox Series X that I'll be playing one game on and then not play it again for many, many months. Okay? The funny part about this is when the PS5 and Xbox Series X came out, and I told everyone I'm getting the PS5, not the Xbox Series X, Some people were like coming in here on the streams and hating on me. Ah, you're gonna miss out. Like, what exactly have I missed out on? Right? What? Not a single game. Maybe slightly increased performance on games I've already played, and that's about it. Like, there's nothing to play on that thing. It's I don't know what they were thinking. We were probably the worst launch lineup ever. Okay. Anonymous Street Fighter is not tonight. It's Thursday. It's Call of Duty. That's right. Okay. All right. That's really it. I wish I had more news to talk to you guys about. There's really nothing going on in gaming news. So, let's get the shout-outs. Looks like I forgot to update the schedule. I will update that right now. How about that? I completely forgot to update the schedule last night. I will fix that. Let's do this. Here it is. Schedule. Let me do that right now. Oh! It's my monthly. They forced me to relog in. Look, I could just click on here and click on here. Okay. So let's see. Commands. Custom commands. Where is the schedule command? There it is. Edit. Okay, here we go. So, Thursday, January 21st. Yakuza 7 at 10:15 a.m. PST.